Have you ever heard of a place called Labourland? That sounds like Disneyland for me. It's not an actual physical place. Labourland is actually a phase of your natural labor that it's mandatory you pass through in order to get all the way to the end naturally. I lovingly call Labourland the transition transformation because really, Labourland is where all the magic is. That's where all the growth is. That's where all the personal development and the depth is. Even though it's critical for success, most women go into their labor not even knowing that Labourland exists or how to look for it or how to fall into it. So today I want to teach you about Labourland, what it means, how to deal with it, and what the real true gems and gold are in Labourland that you can take with you forever. If you think of labor as a journey, right? You start off and the road is fairly paved and early labor is very manageable. And then you get into active labor and it's like, oh, that road starts to get a little rocky. You're on gravel now. It's very uneven. You're really having to concentrate. And then you move into transition. And transition is basically whitewater rapids flowing right across in front of you, and how are you gonna get to the other side? And so standing on the edge of that bank is terrifying if you're in your right mind, if you're in your frontal lobe, if you're in your conscious thinking everyday ego mind. Your mental brain, your day-to-day brain does not know how to. It's like panic city. It's freaking out. It's not relaxed and it's not facilitating the labor process. But your primitive brain, where your birth goddess lives, if you tap into her, she will carry you through. Labourland is basically Mother Nature taking you under her wing and saying, oh, I'm just gonna cover your eyes for this part. It's about to get messy. And if you know how to tap into it, which I'll tell you in 1 second, then you are so grateful to be under that wing and to have that extra element of protection from the White River Rapids, the crazy intensity of transition. You're just kind of like, in your own mind, you're not really talking to anyone, you're answering grunts. Grunts. 1 grunt for yes, 2 grunts for no. In that Labourland kind of zone, you don't really have recollection of that. You don't really remember that. It's basically, you're so internalized that you're not even seeing or registering what's going on. You're gonna be piecing together the memory of your birth for days, weeks afterwards. It's not like it's all right at the front of your mind. And this is intentional, right? Mother Nature knows it's intense and wants you to almost forget about that. You wanna do that again because Mother Nature's job, right? Evolution is continuity of the species. And so it's important for the continuity of us giving birth, wanting to do that again, that we're shielded from the really, really difficult stuff. In Labourland, you're almost in a meditative state. You're concentrating so incredibly hard. It's a complete surrender of your mind in order to allow your body to just do what it knows how to do instinctively and naturally. And that is where I come in. That's why I've created the Love Your Labor program specifically with 2 things. The prenatal yoga and meditation bonus, which is where I really teach you how to tap into that breath and how to go into that really ultra relaxed mental state so that you can slip into that trance-like Labourland. And the second great thing about the Love Your Labor program that allows you to slip into Labourland is module 2, which is the partner support module that teaches your partner what these different phases of labor are and how to best support you at each stage. You can't slip into that really great space of Labourland if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling unsupported. You need to be calm and comfortable and know that there are people there who are going to protect you in that really vulnerable, really introverted space. So that's it, you guys. That's a tiny piece of the Labourland conversation that we continue over in the Love Your Labor program. And I really hope that if you didn't realize that that kind of space existed before in a natural labor, that now you do. And now you can feel really comfortable just slipping into that really relaxed mental state and just going with the flow. And then that is the transition transformation. That is where you get all of these riches that you take with you throughout the rest of your life. All this depth, all this strength, all this bravery, that's where it is. It's in Labourland. If you want to hear more about naturopathic labor preparation, I'm actually hosting a free webinar this week that you can sign up for by heading over to loveyourlabor.com/webinar. And you can just give me your name and email address and I'll send you all of the details. If you liked this video, please be sure to like it, leave me a comment, tell me what you thought, share it, or tag your pregnant mama friends. I want you to birth boldly and love your labor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Brown Roots Baby Talk.